You on.
Yes, really happy to have you on the call.
Yes.
So we're gonna start the call. I'm gonna introduce you in French with our team, Mel and I, and after the call is gonna be yours. And at the end, we're gonna do a Q&A if some people have questions for you.
Yeah, that's wicked. I'm just looking for, I have one more slide and I'm just looking, oh, there they are. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, totally. I have time for Q&A, whatever. And yeah, sure.
Perfect. So, les filles, merci d'être là sur le call ce soir. En fait, on l'a rencontré à Cancun, Mel et moi, quand on faisait la fête lors d'un Success Club, un voyage de Success Club l'année passée, en fait, cette année, en avril. C'est en avril, Mel? Je suis un peu mêlée dans nos voyages.
Yes.
Oui, c'est ma fête. Bon, alors, Casey est une coach élite et elle est 6 Star Diamond. Donc, elle est classée dans les tops au Canada. Donc, tous les trucs qu'elle va vous donner aujourd'hui, là, prenez-les. On parle aujourd'hui de Challenge Group. Je pense que ça vaut la peine parce que pour bien partir un Challenge Group, pour bien avoir comme les outils en main pour justement être capable éventuellement de tourner nos participants en coach si le désir est là pour chacun. So, the call is yours.
Awesome. Thank you. I have no idea what you just said, but I'm going to say thank you. That's so funny.
We were just actually saying, because I know there's a couple of coaches that I have here that are English as well, but we were just saying how we actually met in Cancun.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but we were saying how we met after having a few drinks, but whatever. And you're a 6-star diamond coach and elite coach, and you're totally rocking it. So the call's yours.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Actually, what's really crazy is today is my 3-year anniversary as a coach. So it's just been like a really neat day. I've kind of been I took a little bit of time just to kind of reflect, where my business has gone, starting as a new coach and where I was sitting then and kind of, where it's taken our life as a family now and how it's so different and how I just feel so incredibly blessed. So for you guys that don't know who I am, my name is Casey Lawrence. I am a 6-star diamond. I'm actually a 9-star combined. So I have a second business center, duplicated myself. And I'm pushing for double elite. So that's kind of fun. So we just called it was all about your big goals for the year. So, I mean, going into the end of the year, I think lots of people are talking about what their big goals are and stuff. So, big goals, big dreams and stuff happening right now. For my 3rd year. So just a little background for you guys if you don't know who I am. I'm from a small town, Cranbrook, BC. We have 20,000 people here. So really, really tiny little town in the mountains. I love it. It's beautiful. I have a little girl. She's 3.5. And that's kind of how my journey with Beachbody started is after I had my daughter, I was like, I have to get my self-image issues under control. My weight was something that I had struggled with my whole life. But more so just the body image and not feeling comfortable and growing up kind of in that, that high school environment where I was just uncomfortable all the time, hated my body, and just had really low self-confidence. So when I had my daughter, I knew that I was I have to try something different. I do not want to pass this issue, on to her. She deserves better than that. And I really want to be a positive role model. So that's how I got started with Turbo Fire. I lost 37 pounds with the program. So that's kind of how I started coaching. At the same time, how my business started was a little bit different. I was broke when I started as a coach. So when people have that money issue, I'm let me tell you where I started, But what had happened is, growing up, we had a pretty good life. My dad worked really, really hard to, provide us with a really nice life. And we traveled and that sort of thing. My dad got sick when I was 18, so quite a few years ago. But when my dad had gotten sick, I had moved back in with my parents to try and, help them financially, support them like emotionally too. But I was helping them, pay for the mortgage, all that sort of thing. And then I found out that I was pregnant with Brody Lynn. I was living in my parents' basement, like concrete floors, actual basement. And at that time, my parents' house foreclosed. So I was like pregnant, living in my parents' basement, their house sold, so now I have nowhere to go. My boyfriend at the time was working like 12-hour days on the weekend, making $13 an hour, going to school full time. So we had very, very little form of income at the time. So once we had my parents' house, once it was gone and sold, we ended up finding a place that we could afford at the time, which I later found out was infested with black mold. I had moved, this is all we could afford at the time. And this is kind of, I was moving with my new baby into this place, but it was, all that we could do. So, at that time, it was just like, I need to, figure out something that I can do just for me. 1 second, my daughter's here. Yeah. Here you go. Okay. Joys of being a stay-at-home mom with a business, right? There you go. She might pop in once in a while. So basically, I knew that my family had gotten into this place because of their health. I knew that the biggest thing, that had changed everything from, really good to really bad was the fact that he was not taking care of his health. And so I knew that in this world of chaos that I had no control over anything in my life. The one thing that I did have control over was my health. And that was the first thing that I had to figure out. And so I actually sold my daughter's clothes to buy my first challenge pack so that I could get that under control. And after my friends started, seeing my results and stuff, that's when the coaching opportunity came up. I became a coach as a discount coach because I wanted cheap Shakeology because I could not afford it. So, yeah, I never went into this with a business background. I have no business background. I'm just, a single mom. I'm not a single mom anymore, but, and I grew this business because I just wanted to help other people. And I went from literally having nothing. I could not afford groceries, to building this business. So I'm telling you guys this story because I want you to understand that no matter where you are right now in your life, financially, emotionally, no matter where you're at, in your fitness journey, anyone can have success with this. I'm telling you, I was a single mom. I worked my butt off and I had no money to be running paid ads. So I built this business and it's just been such an incredible journey over the past 3 years. It's given us a lot and it's a huge blessing. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of background so that you kind of knew where I come from and that this coaching opportunity is incredible if you just stick it out and work your butt off. So I had the honor of speaking at Summit this past year in Nashville, and the topic that I was asked to speak on was challenge groups. So I guess it's one of my stronger things, and I think that's because it's something that I'm very passionate about. I never went into this business with a business mindset. I was kind of freaked out by the whole network marketing thing. I really don't want to be a network marketer. So for me, the whole coaching business didn't come naturally, but what did was the passion that I had for these products. I was like, man, these work. I lost 40 pounds. I feel better than I ever have in my entire life. This Shakeology stuff rocks. Hi, I have so much energy, right? And I just wanted to talk about it. So I found that was really starting to come through in my challenge groups. And so it is something that I'm very passionate about. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about. I have a couple of slides that you guys can take pictures of. I tend to go through a lot of stuff really fast. So if you take pictures, sometimes it's easier. I usually write things down on my slides for my coaches because they're like, okay, I just missed everything that you said. So I'm going to start screen sharing with you guys. And just so you know, my partner was just hunting and actually ended up getting a deer. So he's not here. So I'm with Brody Lynn and she will be in and out. So just so you know. Can you guys all see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see where it says step 1? Okay, cool. So basically what this is here is I'm going to walk you guys through what a challenge group looks like. I'm going to start with inviting to your challenge group. We're going to talk about what prep week looks like. I'm going to talk about what your role is in a challenge group, and also what your challengers and what we expect out of our challengers. Then I'm going to tell you how I've recruited coaches out of my challenge groups. I don't run coaching ads. I've tried doing the sneak peeks and stuff, but generally what I do is I run really good challenge groups, and then I recruit all of my coaches out of my challenge groups. And this is a system that is extremely easily duplicated for someone like me. Okay, so step one, you're going to start inviting to your challenge groups. So I have 2 examples here of challenge group invites. One that is a very good challenge group invite, and one that I would call a no-no invite. The one on the left that you see, it's her before and after results. And in the post, she's talking about her journey. She's talking about, where she was at before, the changes she's feeling in her body, what she's going through to be able to, get to this place, what it means to her. And then she's saying, and you know what, I want to help you. This is next step. I have a challenge group and it's starting, July 7th, whatever. Hit me up for the details. To me, this is personal. This is, if I seen this on my Facebook, I'd be like, wow, way to go, girl. Like, you did such an incredible job. That looks awesome. She talks about the change. And the really cool thing that I love about this is it doesn't say anything about Beachbody. So I'm looking at this and I'm going, dang, how did she do that? Like, she looks incredible. I'm going to ask her how she did it. On the right, that to me looks like an ad. Right? That's why we call them no-nos, because we don't want to like bung up people's whole Facebook wall with ads, because there is way more than enough of that. And I don't know about you, but it makes me want to just like remove myself off Facebook. So some tips for you guys are use your personal results and no stock images. So don't go onto the Beachbody website and download a stock image and use it. Use your personal results. I'm not telling you that you have to be at your goal body, because you really don't. I was not at my goal body when I started as a coach. Results can mean anything from, a 5-pound or a 10-pound weight loss. It can mean that you had bad skin and the Shakeology is starting to clear up your skin. You can talk about your emotional well-being. That's been huge for me, especially as a mom. I was so tired that I could barely keep my eyes open by 5 o'clock, and I was cranky and short fused with my daughter. And once I started on this journey, now I'm feeling more, I have more energy and I have more patience, and I'm just a better mom and I'm a better partner. So these are also transformations that you guys can be talking about that are before and afters, and they're parts of your journey that, people will be attracted to. And if someone is sitting there and they don't have any weight to lose, but they would really like more energy, maybe that's, a post that would really relate with them. So just keep that in mind. The price. So this one doesn't necessarily have a price on it, but that drives me nuts when people are like, yeah, 21-day fix is on for, $140. That freaks people out, okay? Because all that they're seeing when they see a price is a price to something. This business, I believe, is like very, very relationship based. And unless somebody trusts you, they're not going to buy from you anyways. So we have to create value behind our products before we're ever going to be able to sell anything. And how I create value with my challengers is, I'm asking them, what are your goals? What would it mean to you to lose 40 pounds? Are you doing anything fitness wise? What do your eating habits look like? What have you tried in the past that didn't work? I get them talking. And the more that we talk, the more I collect little nuggets from what they're saying. So when I start talking about the price of, say, 21-day fix, I can go back and say to them, you know what, you said to me that you really wanted to lose 40 pounds for your daughter's wedding. And I know that that's really important. So we're definitely going to focus on that in small steps. You said that you struggled with your eating. I have a program that's going to be perfect for you because blah, 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 whatever the situation. Pick out nuggets and then be a solution to them. It's going to add so much value to these challenge packs that they don't care how much it costs by the time you're done. They're like, sign me up. I don't care what it is or what you got. I want, what you've told me that this can do, and I'm in. Okay. So no prices. Don't put your prices on your ads. Try not to spam. So that whole like join now, on sale, that sort of thing, it looks really bad. No program titles. Okay, so the reason I tell you this is because when I look at Lindsay's ad on the left, in my head I'm going, how the heck did she do that? That is incredible. I'm going to send her a message. The one on the right, I look at that and go, I wonder what PIO is. I better Google it. Right? And so this person's going to go to Google, they're going to find PIO on the Beachbody website, and they're going to come to you 2 days later and say, hey girl, I ordered PIO off the Beachbody website. I can't wait to join your challenge. And you're like, no, what the heck, man? You're supposed to ask me. So don't do that. Create that sense of curiosity always. Don't give too much information. Don't talk, too much about it's PIO, 21-day fix, because they'll just Google it and then you'll lose that customer. Another reason is because you really want to create that sense of curiosity so that they do come to you, so that you have the opportunity to talk about things like goals. Because if somebody sees that you did PIO, they go and they see that PIO is $140 for a challenge pack, they're probably not going to ask you any more about it. The sale will end there. And the last thing is always just lead with your heart and your experience. So no matter how good these products are, no matter how incredible Shakeology is, people, unless they know that you truly believe in it from the bottom of your heart, don't care about the 70 ingredients in Shakeology. They don't care. They don't understand. They don't care, okay? But if I can tell them that seriously, I sleep better, I have energy to get through my days, and, I feel incredible, they're like, all right, I'm in, right? It doesn't matter. So just always leading with heart and your experience. It's always a good reminder at this point too that if you're not on your own fitness journey and you're not sticking to a program for the full 21, 30, 60, 90 days with Shakeology, you're really, really cutting yourself short, because there's a massive invitation process that comes along with sticking to a program and getting results, whatever that means to you, that you're going to be missing out on if you're not plugged into a program. Okay, so that's step one, the invitation process. So now, I just got to go in by number 2. Okay, so then the second, can you guys see step 2?
Yes.
Okay, so step 2 for you guys. So we've invited to our challenge group. What I like to do is I invite to my challenge groups 2 weeks before they start. This gives people time to have a conversation with you, order their challenge pack arrives, they're not rushed, we have time to go over everything, okay? So step 2 would be the prep week. So if I'm starting my challenge group on November 9th, I'm actually opening my challenge group on November 2nd, and I'm gonna do a prep week with everybody. The reason that prep week is so, so important is because, one, you're not like, okay, so I know you haven't gone grocery shopping yet or like even opened your books, but now we're going to start 21-day fix, and your challenges are so far gone and lost that, it's going to be a massive failure. And I've done that before. So, but the second thing that I found with prep week, and this is really important, is people, when they talk about challenge groups, it doesn't really have anything to do with the program or Shakeology or anything to do with that. They're buying into you because they need your help and they need your support and they need that sense of community. And we know that when we walk into a room full of people that we don't know, it takes a bit of time to warm up to people. I mean, most people don't just walk in and they're like, excited and like gung-ho and like talking to everybody. It just doesn't work that way. So prep week is that opportunity, to create that sense of community, get everyone excited, different people can meet different people and you're talking about your goals, just making it exciting and kind of setting the stage for what the next 21 days or 30 days or whatever you choose to do is going to look like. So I will just let you guys know right now that I only run 21-day fix challenge groups. That's all I run. That's not to say that that's a bad thing or a good thing. If you're running wide open challenge groups, you can still run them the same. 3-day refresh challenge groups would be run very similar. I believe that they all need a prep week, but you're going to see a lot of stuff that's based on 21-day fix, and that's because that's just what I start people out with. So during your prep week, this little piece at the bottom, that's a banner. Okay, that's a banner that you could put into your group for prep week so that everyone knows what the expectations are. People are knowing what's going on, day 1, day 2, day 3. So you could do a pre-challenge video. What I like for my pre-challenge video is I tell my story. because no matter how many times you tell it, people forget. And if you can talk on video genuinely about how this has changed your life, people are excited. People are excited. They're like, you know, I want to change my life too. So it's a simple video. There's no wrong way or right way to do it. And I know that video is like freak people right out. And they're like, I want to go on a video, make a video. These are challengers they love and they respect you and they just want you to be you. So if it's a crazy, silly video and your hair is everywhere, they will respect you so much more than if it's a perfect video. Okay. It's about being real and connecting with your challengers. You know, prep day 2, you can talk about nutrition. Go on Pinterest, guys. There is so much information on there. It'll take you 10 minutes to, you know, find all of this information. Talk about leaving your excuses at the door, guilty pleasures. The whole point of prep week is just to make sure that, you know, you're opening people up, you're getting them excited, and you're kind of, you know, opening that sense of community. Okay. The things that you definitely want to do are set your expectations. So that's me telling you what I expect out of you, and this is what you can expect out of me as your coach. You'll want to clean out your pantry because Lord knows those cute little Halloween chocolate bars that are sitting in my cupboard back there are like eating at the back of my head right now. And we don't want challengers who are starting out to be like, ooh, chips, I'll just have one and then I'll have 19. So, you know, cleaning out your pantry with your challengers. And so how I do that is I have them take a picture of their pantry before and take a picture of your pantry after and post it. Let's see what you did. And I do the same because I'm always purging. Take your weights and measurements. I make sure that they understand what weights and what measurements, and take your before and after pictures, and you send those to me. We do a shopping list. So depending on if you're doing 21 Day Fix or a different program, you can find a shopping list on Pinterest, and post that so that when your challengers are going grocery shopping, they know exactly what they should be buying. And there's, you know, they're not going to be asking you all week long and telling you that they failed because they didn't know what they're supposed to be eating. Meal prep Sunday. This is fun. I tell them, you know, take pictures of what you're doing, you know, show me yourself in the kitchen. So every Sunday is always meal prep day for us. So I make sure that on the Sunday prior to the start of Monday, we're meal prepping. And then we set goals. So I know that you've already talked to your challengers about your goals and everything, but I always like to revisit them. And I like my challengers to post it publicly because you'd be surprised how many people are like, you know, have young kids, or some people are in that plus 40 group and they get talking about their goals and stuff. And then they kind of get together and they're like, oh, me too, you know, and can kind of help support each other. So that's what prep week is. Have a plan for yourself, but just make sure that your challengers, you know, have read through their book, help them, you know, come up with the meal plans and all that sort of stuff, so that when Monday starts, everyone is fired up. They're ready to go. They know what they're supposed to be doing, and we're going into it like full force, and we're pumped up. Nobody has gotten left behind. Okay. One sec here. And step number 3. So we've gone through a prep week. We're excited. It's Monday morning. You know, we're going forward with our challenge group. There's 2 duties. There's the duties of the challenger, and there's also the duties of the coach. Okay, you cannot expect to open a challenge group with your challengers and for them to succeed. It doesn't happen. They will fall off on day 3, and then you made them all of these promises, you know, signing them up, and they paid you their hard-earned money with expectations of what you could help them with, and you kind of failed them, and that's not fair. I truly believe in this business, and like I'm sure you will all agree with me that we all want to build a business because we all want that financial freedom, and because we all want to build those strong businesses. And I don't care who you are, that will always kind of be like the perk behind it. You know, we all do want to help people, but when we have that force as like, you know, we want to make money in this business, if you are not ensuring that your challengers are having success and staying on, your business is going to fail and you will make no money. So you have to make sure that every single person that you sign up with a challenge pack gets the results that they were looking for. That is your responsibility. I'm not saying that everyone's going to go through with it, but you better give them a damn good start. And you owe them that. So my duties as a coach. Your business will only thrive if your challengers succeed. Don't forget that. So some things that I think are your duties as coaches. I post a daily assignment in my challenge group to keep people plugged in and engaged. The daily assignment can be anything from, yay, you know, it's Monday morning, who's fired up? And everyone's like, yay, I'm here, I did my workout, whatever, right? Tuesday, you're sore, you're tired, you know, show me your muscles, show me what you did. You know, it's just, it's an assignment that keeps people showing back up in your challenge group every single day. You don't have to overthink it. You can create fun themes for yourself. It keeps it a little bit more interesting for you, because if all you're doing every single day is showing up and saying, hey guys, how was your workout? It's going to get super boring like after day 4 for everybody. So, you know, make fun themes. Transformation Tuesday. So this is a great opportunity to either highlight your challengers. You can highlight other people in Beachbody. Transformation Tuesday is also, I'm going to talk about this later, my point system that I use, but Transformation Tuesday is an opportunity for all of my challengers. If you want to celebrate your success, show us. You know, we're just a family here. We're all friends. So show us and we'll give you a shout out. Water Wednesday. I have my challengers like post pictures of them drinking water all day long. I also started what I call Wellness Wednesday, and I actually really love it because I believe in educating people as well. So Wellness Wednesday, what I do is I post a topic. So whether it's clean eating or eating organic or, you know, the importance of water, whatever it is, Wellness Wednesday, I post the topic, and then I post what I learned in 15 minutes on the internet about the topic. And then everyone has to go and, you know, do some personal development and read up on clean eating or about organic eating. And then they have to post in the group what they learned. And I'm telling you, when you're on a 4-week journey with people, they can learn a lot of stuff in 4 weeks about how bad their habits were before and educate themselves. You know, we've all become really educated people. And I know even for myself, you know, 3 years ago, I did not have the knowledge that I do now. So educate your challengers. Flex Friday, that's fun. You show me your muscles. I also do high-low Friday. So I ask my challengers, what was the high from the week that you had, and what was the low from the week that you had, moving forward as something that we can focus on through the weekend, so we can start the, you know, the following Monday strong. So these are just some fun themes, ideas you guys can use. Keep in mind, monkey see, monkey do. If you want your challengers to participate, you better be in there participating too. If I'm not working out, my challengers are not going to work out. If I'm not eating good, nor my challengers. So I'm always in there. You know, I'm not telling you to sit on your computer all day and like post in your, you know, but post your breakfast every once in a while. Check in on everybody. And even as coaches, we talk about how important it is to be talking about your journey on Facebook. So if you're posting your sweaty selfies every day, your challengers are seeing that. They're seeing you show up, okay? So just remember that. If you're not doing it, your challenges are falling off, it's probably because you're not doing it. Celebrate weekly stats to encourage behavior. That again is going to fall into my point system that I'll talk about later. But I ask my challengers to send me on Sunday night their weights and measurements and their pictures. And if they don't, that's a good opportunity for me to follow up with those fallen off. Hey girl, I noticed that we haven't talked, you know, in a couple of days. So, you know, how are you making out? Whatever. I see that we only have 10 minutes left, so I'm going to speed this up. Creating the value around Shakeology. This is so important, you guys, because if you do not create the value and people understand what Shakeology is all about, they're going to be really, really pissed off when they have a $129 charge next month and they don't know why. Okay, so if we want people to stay on Shakeology and keep putting that amazing nutrition into their body, talk about it. One way that I like to do this is I found a video by Shay Stanford on YouTube, and it's like a 20-minute video that talks all about the ingredients of Shakeology. I can even post it to you, and you can share it with your group if you want. I post it in my challenge group. I ask them to watch it, and I say, post below one thing that you learned about Shakeology. So many people come back and they're like, wow, this is incredible stuff. I never want to go off of it. Okay, so don't forget to talk about it and kind of have a realization with your coaches, you know, why they love it, and that, or their challengers, and why they're loving it. I have 2 more slides, but they'll be really quick. Okay, so keeping your challengers engaged. You know what you're supposed to be doing to keep this challenge group rocking. Now I'm going to tell you how you're going to keep your challengers engaged, and so that they know what you expect out of them. Okay, so step 4 is I'm going to make it very crystal clear to my challengers what I expect out of them, because they know that I've done this for a long time. And if this is only your 3rd challenge group, you don't have to tell them that. You can pretend that you've been doing it for a very long time. So what I do is I tell them, you have to check the pinned post daily on the page. So, I'm putting in the work, I'm posting these assignments. I make sure that, they're checking it every day. Create a workout schedule for the week. Guys, this is what is incredibly cool about Beachbody, is that we have workout programs on DVDs and schedules and a meal plan to go with it. Your work is done for you, okay? So just making sure that your challengers, do you understand the workout schedule? Do you understand, the meal plan? And are you ready for the week? Okay, so it's really easy too if you want to, make up a workout schedule. If I want on Pinterest, you can post in your group. Make sure that they're drinking their Shakeology daily. Share your daily health fitness activities. These are all things that I ask of my challengers. So the biggest thing that I have done in my business is I have created a point system. So I have all of my challengers on a point system. And you can't tell me that, like Shoppers Drug Mart, they charge a little bit more for like mascara, but you keep going back because they give you a Shoppers Optimum card and you get to collect points. And at the end of the month, you get like $10 off. It keeps us going back and back and back and back, even though we pay a little bit more, right? So point systems work. We know this. So this is a sample banner again from right out of my challenge group. And this is what it looks like. Post a Shakeology recipe in the group, I'll give you a point. Post you drinking it, I'll give you a point. Sweaty workout, so on and so forth. The thing that this does is it creates every single day this flood of people like, hey, I'm showing up, I'm sweaty, I'm feeling awesome, I'm drinking my shake. Here's a shake recipe. And it creates that sense of community and people love it. Like sharing recipes. And when you have a ton of activity in your group, it's exciting for people, okay? The thing that it does for me though, as their coach, is I know that they're drinking their Shakeology every day because I see them. Seeing is believing. I know that they're working out because they're sweaty and I've seen it, okay? And if there's someone that isn't posting in the group, I'm able to go back and see, kind of where they're at. So this point system works really, really well. Don't break the bank, guys. You know what I've been giving away that has been awesome is the Fixate book. It cost me $20. I send them a Fixate book in the mail and they're like, oh my God, it's the best thing ever. Your team tanks, whatever, right? So rewarding people at the end, this is going to get people active. It's going to get them moving. They're going to love it. They're going to know exactly what they're supposed to be doing in your challenge group, okay? Last slide. I'm trying to move quick. The last thing is how to recruit out of your challenge groups. I'm telling you right now, if you run a kick-ass challenge group, people are getting results. They love it. At the end of the month, they're going to be like, what's next? I'm fired up. My friends are asking me questions. I want in. So for me, the next step would be to recruit out of my challenge group. I look at my challenge groups as kind of an interview process. I weed out when people are posting, if they're doing really good posts and, they're sweaty and they're loving it, they're posting good stuff. I'm like, hey, I'll give them, I'll identify my standouts. I'll give them a shout out and I'll say, hey, you know what? You're already doing everything that a coach does. You're posting in the group. You're so motivational. Everyone is loving your stuff. You're already talking about how much you love Shakeology. Have you ever considered becoming a coach? That is easy, you guys. Like, that is super easy. When someone is loving Shakeology and they're loving the workouts and you're like, girl, you're awesome. Have you ever thought about joining my team? They're like, I'm in, right? So it makes it super easy. Highlighting their results, giving them personal message, encouraging them and thanking them, and then offering, what's next. And at that point is when you would say, you know what? What's next is basically, I'm going to start another challenge group on this date. You can co-run it with me. They've already been through the challenge group. They know exactly what they're supposed to be doing. You invite 2 or 3 friends into our challenge group. We're going to run it together. And then you'll know how to run your own challenge group. And guys, this is something that can trickle on down the line. I've got 10 coaches deep and they're still running the same challenge groups down there. So it's such an easily duplicatable system for your coaches. Okay, so always recruiting. And then, of course, I don't know what you guys have in place for your new coach email and that sort of thing, but when they come out of the challenge group, that would be the opportunity for you to train them and get them all set up. So, that's it. That's all I have on challenge groups. I hope I didn't steal too much of your time.
That was awesome.
That's pretty much how it is. It's pretty much how I run my challenge groups in a nutshell. Keep it fun and exciting, and yeah.
That's cool.
Excellent. Thank you. It was really awesome. Some really good ideas. I took some great notes. Stuff that I used to do, took away. Like you said, you try out all these different things and see what works. And sometimes you got groups that are like rock stars and others kind of are quieter, I would say. But I have a couple of questions.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a new coach that's just signed up and they don't have a before and after picture to use, because I know you use that in your step one, what would you suggest then?
Sorry, so there's two things I would suggest to them. If they have weight to lose, I would tell them that we have a 3-day refresh. That's like a before and after in 3 days. That's like, right now, that's a before and after picture that they can use. They could use somebody else's, but they're not as effective. So if that's a last resort. But what I tell people is be really, really honest about your journey. So your before and after picture does not have to be a result of you, losing 40 pounds. It could be a picture of how you felt before and how you felt after. You're smiling, you look miserable in this picture and now you're smiling. You have acne in this picture and now you have good skin. Whatever, the before and after is individual to each coach, and whatever your story is what is going to compel people. Don't try and use other people's stuff, right? Whatever your reason, own that. Definitely. Yeah.
Excellent. And my other question was, what do you do at the end of your challenge group if you have other people that want to continue, but
so what I do is I have a master group. It's called the Inferno Fitness Family. Everyone that graduates out of my challenge group goes into the master group. And then in the master group, just one second, please. I have the link to my upcoming challenge group. So people can choose to either go into the master one where it's a little bit more relaxed, it's still a community, or they can opt into another more aggressive challenge if they're using Shakeology.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
We're running out of time. No. But thank you so much. If someone have a question, just post it in our group, and I'm gonna ask Casey. Thanks a lot for this. I think it's gonna be really helpful for every coaches.
Yeah, awesome. That's the thing is like this business, you can get so wrapped up in what everybody else is doing, but if you're not doing what you love and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing right here, everything else will kind of go to waste. So like focus on, helping people and remembering why we came here in the first place. Focus on having fun. Focus on, writing down your dreams and sticking with it, and you'll have so much fun and you will have success if you just stick it out and keep going. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me. Have a good night, everybody.
You too. Bye.
Bye, Bodie.